Today I will tell you what will happen to your body if you quit smoking. How will your mood, smell and taste sensations change? How your skin will change and how quickly your head will work. You will also receive advice on how to quit smoking as soon as possible. As soon as you take the first puff of a cigarette, your blood vessels instantly expand. But this situation will not last very long. Very quickly it is replaced by sharp vasoconstriction, and this effect lasts much longer, which is why smokers tend to have high blood pressure. If you decide to quit smoking, then in the first 20 minutes your nicotine will begin to be excreted from the body, and after about an hour the concentration of nicotine in the blood will be halved. During this period, you will again want to smoke, because the addiction to nicotine is the strongest. After about 10 hours, your blood will be almost completely clear of nicotine and your blood oxygen saturation will increase. After 13 hours, your blood pressure will return to normal. Approximately a day after you quit smoking, the speed and strength of your heart contractions normalize, and then, after about 2 days, a lot of people have a sharper sense of smell and taste. 3 days after quitting smoking, you start to sweat more. This is due to the detox process. After a week, you will notice how your skin color has improved, and in general, the skin begins to look healthier. Moreover, even the smell of the skin may become more pleasant. A month later, the appearance of the smoker improves significantly. As a rule, a wet cough disappears and the state of immunity returns to normal. Only 2 months later, the body and blood are completely cleansed of toxins and the metabolism is finally normalized. Appetite becomes stable and constant, as does the process of digestion. After 3 months, you will notice how your brain works better and your memory and cognitive abilities improve. Moreover, after 3 months, you will also notice that your muscles recover faster and generally respond better to the load. After 4 months, finally, the tooth enamel will noticeably turn white and hormone tests will show a return to normal. After 6 months, the work of internal organs, including the gallbladder and liver, normalizes in a person who has quit smoking. The final complete clearance and complete absolute return to a normal healthy baseline in a smoker occurs about a year after quitting. According to statistics, 5 years after quitting smoking, the likelihood of cancer is halved. How to quit smoking? There are 2 popular answers to this question. The first is to quit immediately, instantly, smoke and threw the last cigarette and never touched it again. The second way to quit smoking is gradual. That is, I smoke 20 cigarettes a day, then 19, gradually less and less. Which of these options is more correct? Most researchers claim that it is actually much more effective to quit right away. Thus, your chances of success are greatly increased. Very rarely a person who quits gradually comes to success. As a rule, these people break down. Some people switch to e-cigarettes, believing it will help them quit gradually, or maybe it's a safer alternative. In fact, the fact that it will help to quit smoking is an absolute misconception. Recently, more and more studies are coming out that say that it is either just as harmful or more harmful. The first thing you need to keep in mind is definitely motivation, which must be very strong and very convincing. The decision to quit should be unequivocally firm. The person should not have any doubts in his head. It is very important to eat right at this moment. If this is not possible, then at least use a vitamin and mineral in the form of supplements. Nicotine is an antagonist of vitamin C and vitamin B. It neutralizes their effects in the body, and therefore it is these vitamins that need to be replenished. It is recommended to exercise when quitting smoking. This also helps a lot. However, it is still recommended to make a choice in favor of moderate physical activity. Sports loads act in 2 directions. Firstly, it helps to speed up the metabolism in the body and speed up its detoxification, that is, the removal of toxins. Secondly, the psychological factor of playing sports is a new habit that occupies our brain with something new, interesting and captivating. If smokers have a lot of free time and he does not know what to do, then it will be a real torture for them to quit smoking, because what else to do with their hands, except for a cigarette? Sports, walks and light physical activity are great ways to switch your attention. The success of whether you can quit smoking or not, of course, depends on a large number of factors. There is a genetic factor. Some people tend to be more addicted than others. In many ways, smoking is a social habit, because when we smoke we acquire the appropriate social circle. Every time you need to somehow switch your attention, you go to smoke. Of course, if the whole environment of the smoker smokes, it will be much more difficult to quit smoking. The intensity of smoking also greatly affects. The study showed that if a person smoked for 18 years or more, then those who made the decision to quit were successful in less than half of the cases. By the way, quitting smoking for a heavy smoker under the supervision of a doctor is also a highly desirable recommendation. Well, friends, I want to wish you good health and do not smoke, and if you smoke, then rather quit.